Hey everyone, thank you for joining me, that retro geek, here on another YouTube video discussion. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This is something that I meant to talk about actually last week and earlier on in this week, if I'm being honest, but life just kind of got caught up. Busy with work, busy with the household and the kids and all that stuff, and really I just now have the time to get to it. So I apologize for not getting to this video earlier, but I did want to at least go ahead and throw this out there and just sort of get you guys' opinions on it to see maybe how you feel about it, because I like this idea as long as it's done right. So what am I talking about? You already know from the title card, because I just make things blatantly obvious with my titles and all that stuff. I'm talking about Sony releasing or at least has a patent, I should say, that talks about a controller that has built-in earphones. Now, I like this. I like this a lot for a couple reasons. One, I already use the Pulse 3D headset, so it's not that big of a deal to me, but what if I wanted to use those new ones? Those earbuds that are about to come out, right? Okay. They can be a premium one that's like $99, but maybe they could come out with a lower end one that is just regular buds that go in to your ears or whatever, and instantaneously sync to the controller for sound, or instantaneously sync to the system for sound, and you just spend money on this thing. It's like $100. Like, again, it'd have to be a pretty premium controller for it to have the earbuds put into it. But then you can eliminate the need to have a headphone jack, unless of course you want to keep it in there for people who just prefer to have it wired. I know sometimes I don't want to deal with the 3D headset being charged if it runs low on a charge, so I just plug it into an auxiliary. But I think it's a neat idea. So I wanted to get you guys' opinions on it. What do you think about it? Because to me, it's just it's like I said, it's a neat idea. The fact that it eliminates the need of having so much stuff. Like right now, I basically have a PlayStation station where I have both the controllers. I have the VR controllers, I have the headset, and I have the Pulse 3D headset, and they're all sitting there ready to charge should I ever need to use them. But wouldn't it just be nice if instead of having to buy a Pulse 3D headset, you can still buy it if you want, just like you can buy AirPod Max versus regular AirPods or AirPod Pros. Those are your choices. There's different levels. You can still just get a low-end Sony earphone set that's already, like, let's just say in the back behind where the R2 and the R1, the R2 and the L2 are. And they just sit in there. If you want to use them, they pop out, they pop in your ear. If you want to use one and charge the other and switch back and forth, however you want to do it. And you just use this for sound. And then you just pop them in, and then you put the controller, or you plug it into USB, however it is you charge it, and it charges both. I like it. I like it because it just eliminates. I'm the kind of person, I've said this time and time again, I try to be as wire-free as possible. That's why I have a charge station for 2 PlayStation controllers, so that way I don't have to charge and have a cord coming out of each USB to charge the controllers. I can literally just dock them and they're charging, and it's one spot. I try to use wireless keyboards. I try to use wireless mouses. I just try to do that stuff to eliminate the need for wires. I try not to have as many wires as I possibly can. So that being said, eliminating the need to have extra space for a headset to sit, or to eliminate the need of an additional USB to charge, because instead you're charging the controller and the headset at the same time, well, that just seems neat to me. And this is something that can easily go forward to other companies. Maybe Microsoft can do this. Maybe Nintendo can do this and have it to where every Joy-Con has some kind of a, speaker. I'm just saying that there's all kinds of possibilities for it, and I like the idea of it, and that's really all that can be said. So it's going to be a short video today, which is the way that I like it. But I did want to get you guys' opinions about this, How do you think this could work out? Because if this is something that happens, I see it being kind of a cool thing because it guarantees. I'm going to go off on a tangent with this part. This sort of is what the minimal factor is when it comes to gaming, right? Like they say one of the things of gaming is that you always have to go with the lowest common denominator, right? So if the Series S is the least powerful system on the market, as an example, then all developers have to work from the Series S as minimum and work up, right? So if the Switch being the lowest common denominator right now, they have to work with that and move up. So that's just an example of what I'm talking about. If we start getting to a point where these controllers all have 3D audio built in, then you can instantly start to assume that developers are going to start using 3D audio capabilities. They're going to start having it to where sound starts coming out of left and right and stuff like that, and you don't have to buy an additional accessory. Now, does that really matter? No, because even with the Pulse system, whatever they call it, Sony's building it in now to where even traditional TVs are set up to where the system manages where the sound comes from and you can still hear it. You might not notice it because, again, it's a stereo bar that's at the bottom of the TV that's coming out. So you might not notice it as much as if you have actual earbuds in. But, I mean, it makes sense. And if you think about how, like, the PSVR 2 and the PSVR 1, I don't know about other VR headsets, I assume they have the same thing in there too. They all have built-in earbuds that just connect to it, right? That means that you get the best possible audio that you can by using those, and then you can just take them off and use the Pulse 3D headset. So I'm just seeing it as the kind of thing of if you can guarantee that people all have, let's just say, a touchpad. Microsoft adopts it, Nintendo adopts it, everybody has a touchpad. You can now guarantee that you're going to see games that all use the touchpad capabilities. It's I think it's a good thing. It can improve the audio of games, and it can be a neat little feature. It does still need to be an optional thing, though. Just like the Elite controllers are optional, you spend about $150 and you get a more premium controller. You still have the regular ones that are still going to be just a regular controller that no one cares about. But then if you want to spend a little bit more, you get the higher end, more premium controller that also gives you built-in wireless earbuds. I think it's a great idea. But what do you guys think? And I hope that you have yourself a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want. No pressure from me, of course. I'm just a guy on the internet doing videos for the heck of it. But I do hope that you have a great rest of your week, though. And if I don't get the chance to talk to you at all the rest of this week, I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.